All right, today we're putting a spray assembly together on my ATV for the final fall grass treatment. I don't use it on anything other than our lawn. My food plots are all small enough I can do it by hand. But here's how I have my battery connected. Kind of crude for right now, I just don't want to tax the ATV battery. So back here, I just mounted a 40-gallon poly tank that I found at an online auction. The problem was, I got it cheap, but it was cracked. So you can see how the crack was. So inside I used Flex Seal tape, and on the outside I used Flex Seal kind of like putty, I guess, or yeah, I think it was like a putty that you put on. And it worked really great. If it can make a screen door float, it definitely could seal up my poly tank. Worked really good. So my pumping system, I have one pump here that came from an old sprayer. It didn't work. I had to pull it apart. The two magnets that are on the exterior of this, or interior of the housing here, had cracked loose, so I had to re-glue them on. And this pump I had bought as a replacement. So I figured I'll put them both on. That way I can increase my PSI and flow. So this hose here off of the manifold, which the two pumps come in, I have controls here to turn them on or off. So I can eliminate this one and then allow it so that no flow can go back to that pump, so I can just shut that off. Comes down into the manifold. This is the return to the tank, so this is return to the reservoir. So I can run my PSI, you know, if I want to run 60, 80, whatever PSI is recommended for the nozzles I have, I can do it by throttling back this valve. All right, so if I want more pressure, I just have to throttle this back. And if I want less pressure, we open her up. This port is for my sprayer, hand wand sprayer. So I just put my hose on there, and that's for my hand wand sprayer. So if I want to do point spraying out there, this open port, I had a garden hose, a 15-foot section of garden hose on there. So I planted 70 trees this year. I used this guy for watering my trees. I closed off all the other ports, only ran this pump, and then opened this full blast. So whenever I got to a tree, I opened it up. I was able to water the tree and then move on. So that worked really well. And this fourth one is for the sprayer. So here's my spray assembly. It bolts into the holes that are already existing on the frame. And then I just use the garden hose connector to this one. Now I have this is a small one. This is I think 4 feet wide. The yard's got a lot of trees in it, so for maneuverability, this works really good. So if I do end up using it on food plots, if I make some food plots that are bigger, I'll put a bigger spray boom on there. And that's it. So today all I'm doing is I'm going to connect a suction line. So I need to cut into the tank, put this, plumb this in, and then slip on a piece of hose so that I can let it rest in the tank, and it will act as the suction line or intake for this other pump. So I'm just gonna mark my hole. I'll probably pull this guy out of there, or at least get him out of the way. Then just gonna come down. Let's mark that guy in there. Right about there. I don't know what I was thinking. I put the hose in the wrong spot. Drill the hole here to go into here, but this is so dang tight. I should have just come over here, made a nice loop, gentle loop, so I'm gonna put a new hole in, and then I'll have to flex seal that one all up again. I have to seal that up.
You don't have anything that's just a nice little L.
No.
A
I could
90.
probably, what, to go into here or to here? No. I wonder how this hose would go. I could do this for a suction line. Oh, I guess that's not too bad. I mean, it's not the way it was supposed to be, right? But that'll work. I guess I don't have to drill another hole. I can use this as my return. This can be the return to control the pressure, and this can be the new suction. So I can simply hook up the sprayer system to the mounts for the rack. This is an old Polaris snowmobile motor mounts. So we're repurposing. Put a big fender washer on, lock washer so it doesn't wiggle loose. Then I used the vacuum. I vacuumed out the tank from where I was drilling all the little plastic chips in there. And we just connect her up to the garden hose. So then, like I said, we'll just throttle this one to reach the desired pressure for these nozzles. So it gives me, probably a total of, I don't know, maybe 5 feet. That V-jet, that comes out, yeah, probably 5 feet. And then I could still get in between trees and stuff. So that's it. Damaged poly tank that I fixed with the rubberized, I can't remember the name of it, but it got fixed up there and just made up a little rack for a hanger, and that was it.